Hello and welcome to Morris Park. I'm Clyde Morris, and welcome to part 3 of the Fall Euphorbia Tour. I'm going to pick up where I left off on my crested lacteas. This is the green form. It's got a bit of variegation in it. This plant was given to me by a secretary where I used to work, who had it in her window. Debbie, if you're watching this, you can see it's growing very well. Anyhow, it was that little cluster down there that you see down there, the original plant. And over the years, it's grown quite a bit. Doing real nice. I like these lactea crests. Real cool. Now this is my Euphorbia serforis. I've used this on a few breeding projects. And it's probably about 42 years old. Nice big old Euphorbia. A little trim up back there. I see a dead branch back there. Very nice old plant. Next to it, a Euphorbia canariensis. That one isn't very old. I got that one, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago at Walmart, believe it or not. A little yellowed. I think it's going to need to be separated from serforis since serforis is getting so big. Nonetheless, cool euphorbias. This is Euphorbia submammalaris versus Dorfii. It's kind of a monstrous version of submammalaris. Just hundreds of heads there. That one's also over 40 years old. Got this at California Cactus Center in Pasadena, California. I used to live out there where I got many plants. Very cool. Now in with it is Euphorbia horida varnorsfeldensis. See how spiny it is? Some years ago the top kind of terminated and it just grew all these little branches. I've actually been thinking of restarting one of these branches and getting a nice clean looking plant. One of those would make a nice cutting. I've taken cuttings off this before and sent them to people. But yeah, I may be restarting this one and having a nicer looking plant. I'll keep the old one though. Now this is a Euphorbia polygona, variety of snowflake. Pretty good size one. I've had it in a lot of years. It's a female. I haven't used this one really in any projects yet. I have a male that I use quite a bit. Next to it is a hybrid, I believe. I bought this at Walmart. Beautiful plant. I've had it a couple years. Very frosty looking. I'd say it's a snowflake horida hybrid. The white isn't quite as thick as on snowflake. It's a little bit thinner. I've used this for some various hybrids. Also, I've got some seedlings I dug out from this that were with it when I bought it, and each seedling came out totally different phenotypes. And that's the way it goes with hybrid seeds. You'll get ones that are totally different from the parent. And I'll show you those later. This is a Euphorbia horida major. Nice big fat plant. Real tight clustering. This one was just labeled Euphorbia horida when I bought it. I'm suspecting it might be a var major. Another really nice plant. Euphorbia Enigma. Just bought this one this year. Real nice plant. Got it at Lowe's. Euphorbia horida striata. See kind of the striping in it. Very spiny. Really cool horida. I bought that at the LA County Cactus and Succulent Show in 1984. Had it quite a while. It used to be a big head right in the middle. but it actually died out. I believe there's some little offsets there starting to come back. Still a great looking Euphorbia. This one I bought about the same time. Euphorbia horida powder blue. It's a cultivar. I've never found it anywhere on the internet or anything. I don't know if it's a lost cultivar that nobody has or anything anymore. I can't find it. But I bought it at the same show as I did the horida. And I've actually started some other ones of this. I got another nice pot full. This is Euphorbia coalescens. This was sent to me by Alan Peck up there in Michigan. I've got it rooted now. It was a cutting when I got it. I've got it rooted now. And the plant is swollen up, but it's not actively grown yet. But I can see that in the tips there, where the thorns come together, they've kind of parted a little bit. So I know it's getting some water. So I'd say by next spring, it'll put on some growth. This is a Euphorbia hybrid, Obesa anoblia, that was sent to me by Anna of Cactus Caffeine. Cool looking little hybrid. You can kind of see both of the parents in it. It's been doing some blooming in recent times, but I haven't tried to hybridize it yet. Euphorbia spirosticha. Actually, decari var spirosticha. I love the compactness of this. Very cool. And this is the type plant. This is Euphorbia decari. Leaves quite a bit larger, stems quite a bit larger. Beautiful plant. This is Euphorbia franqui. I've had a little difficulty with this one. It's starting to pick up finally now. For a while I thought I was going to lose it. That kind of shriveled up. I found that it likes more water than a lot of Euphorbias, even though it's a caudiciform. Love the color. Got this at Drummond's out there in DeSoto, Missouri. Back here, my Resin of Furas, hottest plant in nature. They said the sap is supposed to be 16,000 times hotter than a Reaper pepper. So yeah, pretty hot. A lot of history behind this one. This one I've had for a very long time here. It's been restarted and restarted. It's finally starting to cluster up. For a while it just kind of grew long stems like that. But it's finally growing real well since I've had it out in the sun. This one was sent to me by Norberto Carcamo of Miami, Florida. A beautiful plant. Love the form on this one. Very cool. Doing very well. Norberto, if you can see this, you'll see your plant is doing great in the greenhouse. Anyhow, behind it is what I've seen labeled as Euphorbia Super variegata. I got this from Daz and Edith of Cactomania. Now, recently it went through a bout of rust. But all the spots are tan now, which means the rust is dead. And the plant has actually started growing a little bit and coming out of it. So that's cool. Great plant. Here is a Euphorbia polyantha. I've been thinking of restarting this one too because it's getting pretty barky down there. Pretty good sized plant. Looking a little rough though. A lot of bark. Now over next to it is another crescent lactea. Not as much variegation in this one. had that one quite a long time. Another Euphorbia Enigma. This one's had a rough time of it. See all those little offsets there? That's what a rat just kind of stripped it this last winter. It kind of gets a hard time from the rats. So I'm trying to get come back. Now here's one of my favorites. And this is a hybrid made by pollinators in my greenhouse. This is Euphorbia Enigma, and it is a hybrid of Euphorbia evansii and Euphorbia stellata. And you can see it's got 4-angled stems, where stellata has flat stems. They kind of grow out flat and they start morphing into these 3- and 4-angled branches. It's been pretty cool. I only have the one. That's the only one that I found coming up in another pot. So anyway, this is Clyde Morris from Morris Park. Stay tuned for part 3.